Okay, everybody, this is KGB313. I am really bad at doing these. I don't do them often, but I've finished the studio setup, minus a little bit of cord management. So I'm going to go ahead and show that off to you guys right now, if that's cool. Um, we have everything pretty well set up, aside from just shortening up some of these cords with some zip ties. So let's take a look. You can see everything is much more open than it was before. Before, the desk was facing the wall and like we were just tucked back in that little corner with the green screen kind of cutting the room in half. Now we've got this nice desk here, which is an L-shaped desk, and then we've got a set of shelves over against the wall there. So the great part about this is these lights and my camera, which is now on a tripod, I can take these down if I've got somebody coming over to stay as a guest, because this is a guest room. So if I have somebody coming over, I can take these lights down, I can take the camera down, I can store them, and it's just a computer desk, right? But meanwhile, we come around here, and for those of you that remember my last video on the studio, these are where I store all my retro games. But you can see we've got the nice three screen display, the Stormtrooper, the beast that powers all this stuff. I put the camera on a tripod for one reason, and that reason is to make sure that if I adjust the monitor while I'm playing games, I don't want that to move the camera necessarily. So this way the camera stays in place and I can adjust the monitor as needed. Okay, like I said, we've got, you know, things like our Stream Deck, we've got our mouse and keyboard, obviously, our microphone, you got the NES, Super NES Mini there. Lots of easy access to everything. Everything for the PC, like I said, wire management is an issue. I'm working on it. Everything for the PC and components like the monitors is going into this surge suppressor here. So in the event that something happens like a power outage and I need to protect the PC, I've got one kill switch. Let me show you that surge suppressor right here. It's the APC Surge Arrest. What I like about it is it has 6 separated outlets, which are great for power bricks, like on old consoles and monitors. Those big chunky power supplies that are a pain in the ass to fit on most modern power strips. But then it also gives you 5 additional outlets and 2 USB power supplies as well. So those are really good. Those are about $35 on Amazon. And like I mentioned, these just came in last night. These are nylon zip ties that I'm going to use to shorten up some of those cables to tuck some of the excess cable length away. So, of course, the green screen is close to a wall. It's probably about 4 inches away from the wall at this point. Nice and close. You can see we've got the VCR, we've got a switcher box that allows us to switch between our different retro consoles. Of course, the Google Fiber. Oh. We've got 1 gig up, 1 gig down, and we can actually get, especially on the upload, we can get the better part of that. Within the consoles here, you can see we've got our Atari 2600. We have our NES front loader, and then the top loader is not hooked up. It's just there for display. But having both versions of the NES is kind of nice. Then over here we have our TurboGrafx 16. And then we have, underneath here, is a Sony PS3 and an Xbox 360. Now you may say, KGB, those are stuck underneath the desk. Best part about it, those ones are wireless controllers. So because it's a wireless controller, it doesn't have to be one where you have direct access to it all the time. Then we've got our Super Nintendo here. We've got our PS2 and our PS1. And they're all in a nice, neat, organized way. They're not stacked on top of each other like they used to. Well, they're not piled on top of each other like they used to be. And it's great because we've got, you know, everything from the Atari 2600 all the way up to the PS4. We have easy access to all of them. Any one of them, if my roommate wants to play one of them in the other room, I can swap them out in a matter of seconds. Nice and easy. Very convenient. We, of course, have, you know, everything with the Stormtroopers right there. We've even got our external hard drive over there tucked away nice and neat. And like I said, we have such a nice area here. I have a lot more area to move than I used to. Even with this light here, trying to give some extra backlighting, I have a lot of room where I can scoot back from my desk. I can sit back to the point where I can't even reach my keyboard. I could not do that before. I would have knocked over my green screen. So in this case, it's a lot more room for me. And you can see, like, when I look over the monitors, I have full visibility of the room. So if my roommate is coming in, he wants to say hi, he can open the door and wave, and I don't have to make a big deal out of it to where it's affecting the stream. I have access to all of my retro cartridges, things like that. And I've got space here. I've got, like, you know, obviously I'm not going to have this box here. I'm not always going to have my notebook here, but I've got room where I can put, like, if I'm having food or drinks, I can put that down and not worry that I'm going to be constantly bumping into it or that I'm going to be bumping the mic when I'm trying to eat my food. So it's actually pretty wonderful. I'm really loving all the additional space, the additional desk space. And I'm really looking forward to doing more streaming in here. I think it's really going to be a good experience for me. And at this point, I'm just really excited to use this. Now, one thing that people may want to note, this desk is actually supposed to be configured the opposite way. It's supposed to be configured with this as the left side is supposed to be the short side, and the right side is supposed to be the long side. So what we did is I actually built this in reverse for the framing, and then you can see the holes on this. I actually flipped this piece over so that everything would fit. Just a few self-drilling screws from Home Depot, and you know, this thing is as secure as anything. So I think this is going to be a good desk that's going to last us a long time. But that's the studio, folks. I hope that you like it. I know this video is a little bit longer than the last one that I did on my studio, but I think we've made a lot of big changes. You can see, like, man, it feels good to be in this room. And I've got natural light coming in from the windows, and it makes it a joy to be in this room and to be able to stream and not feel like I'm just hidden away in some little corner, all claustrophobic. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Check out my stream on Twitch, twitch.tv/KGB313. Also, check out the video I did explaining how I set up all of my retro consoles. A lot of good information in there if you're looking to stream or you're just looking to game without input lag on some of these old consoles. One of the parts that's really cool on this is I've got a kill switch for all of the consoles, and I've got a kill switch for my lights, 2 of them at least, because this other one doesn't always need to be on. And so just that simple, you can see it's early, and we've got Not enough to stream with, but we've got a decent amount of natural light coming into the room, even with the blinds closed. So let alone, you know, you get into the brighter part of the day. It's amazing. It's an amazing room. I'm super pleased with it. Except for the cord management. That's what I still have yet to do more of. We need to manage more of these cables and tie some of these up. So that's what I'm going to go do right now. And I will see you guys at 4 p.m. Central for my next stream. See ya.